All right, I'm back. It's been a while, but we're back better than ever. We got Widmier Brothers Brewing. This is Brrr, a hoppy red Brrr right here. Northwest Red Ale, and I like how they segregate us in the Northwest to let everybody know that our beers are going to be a little bit hoppier than yours and a little bit more bitter. So cheers to that. I like the sounds of it. That's a nice beer. And it does have a fair amount of bitterness. It doesn't come across as one of those citrusy, bright, refreshing type beers. This one is more malty, caramely, a little bit of sweetness, but then it also has a bit of bitterness to it that comes across as like old school hops. I'm not exactly sure what they used in here because it doesn't say, but it kind of tastes like old school hops, you know, high on the alpha acids and stuff like that. Good stuff though. All right, we got a special shave today. This right here from AA Shaving Oak Thorn or Oak Ash Thorn. And this right here is AA Shaving's sophomore release. The owner, Austin, is from Washington. And let me get this right before I even say it. I'm going to look. Oak Harbor, Washington. Oak Harbor, Washington. So he's kind of in my neck of the woods. I also live in Washington. I guess I should let you look at the contact information right there. They got the email. And then they also have the ingredients. You can see it's a beef tallow soap there. Looks like I got 6 out of 31. I like that little detail. 4 ounces of soap, as well as, let's see, we got however many, 4 ounces of aftershave. I was looking on the bottom, but it says on the top in huge letters, 4 ounces of aftershave. So the set was $40. You can take a look at the pour there. It's kind of a rough, chunky pour, and then the smooth spot is where I scoop some out. The puck does rattle a little bit. It's not stuck to the walls. No big deal. I know some people might bitch about stuff like that, but it's no big deal whatsoever. I have it already lathered up in my Thirsty Badger shaving bowl here. You can see a nice, creamy, luxurious lather there with a little bit of sheen on it. Looks pretty good to me. We got, there's a good look at the underside of the bowl, black, white, and red. And then we're using the Brochas El Druida brush today, which is natural wood with a little bit of a texturing that he did to it. Very beautiful brush. It has a turn and shave V3 Badger knot on it with no gel. And this was a gift from Jack at the virtual groom room. So cheers to you, brother. Let's go ahead and get some water on the face and get to shaving. So, just got back from being in the mountains for 4 days, and I don't think I got a shave on the day that I left either. So this is like 4 days, possibly 5 days of growth. I know some people, they always wonder like, oh, what are you shaving? You can see there's growth. And then it kind of creeps up my cheek as well. So there's definitely growth. I know people, some people, they see the beard and then they see me shaving and then they see me not shaving the beard and they're like, what in the hell is the point of this channel? And I feel you, but you gotta watch and you gotta trust me a little bit. I'm not just spending countless hours of shooting video and filling in all the description and products used and all that. I'm not doing all that for no fucking reason, obviously. So, use that opportunity to show you guys I'm definitely shaving. But, so yeah, I just got back from a 4-day hunting trip. Went up to the woods about about an hour and 15, hour and a half trip away from where I live. And happy to report I was successful. Got myself a 4x5 blacktail deer during archery season. Very, very grateful that I was able to pull that off. I'll tell you what, the deer was acting skittish as hell, which is normally what those big bucks do. Now, if you're on another part of the world, I know in the Northwest, and it might be the whole West Coast, we call them 4x5s, but elsewhere they'd probably call it a 9-point. They add the points together and just say the total points, but we say how many points are on each side where I'm from. So I got a 4x5, or 4x5. So very nice deer, and I'm very grateful to have a successful hunt. I know Austin is also a hunter, and so maybe he'll appreciate that and we can talk about that and bond over it. But this soap here, his sophomore release. Let me talk a little bit about it. The scent notes are berry floor, valspice, guaiac wood, and black hemlock. And the artwork on the label, which I think is a fucking awesome label. It's actually a real painting. The Instagram handle is at Alicia Magala. So check her Instagram out as well. We're going to be using the Gem G bar today, so you can see the G on the side there. I've always admired the aesthetics of this razor. Just a cool, it's kind of like a retro futuristic look to it. On the inside, we got the gem blade there, which you can take out very easily. And you can see how it says Gem Razor on the inside with very huge rinse ports. Rinsing should not be a problem there. And then you just kind of flip it down and it's loaded. So let's get into it. The lather, really easy to come together. I loaded a little bit heavy just to give it a fair shake, but on the flip side, it took a ton of water, which is to be expected. But the whole thing, it came together pretty quickly, and it got to that state of creaminess and hydration without much effort. So that's good. Really, really nice soap base to work with. Not the most complex soap base in the world, but I've used it before. I have a little bit of experience with it now, and it has everything that you would ever need to get a good shave. Sorry if you can hear a little bit of vibration. I have the washing machine and the dryer going with my hunting gear, so sorry about that. The shave on the G-Bar is a very smooth one. It's known to be a one of the more mild options when it comes to gem razors. I think it's milder in the way of blade feel, although there's definitely still some blade feel. But it's not like it gives you a mild shave. I think it gives you about a medium efficient shave, which for my beard growth will get the job done almost every time. So long as I do my job right, hitting the with and against the grain pass, I should have no problems getting a VBS. So far so good on this first pass. All the slickness in the world the soap isn't drying up or dissipating as I go on, which is also a good sign. Has good lather stability and longevity. That's like an immediate disqualification. If a soap starts like drying up on your face, that's not a good sign. Like not because like you overhydrated it or underhydrated it, but if it just starts like dissipating and losing structure, that's when you know it's like it's not a good sign. This soap here, it's good shit. So I'm gonna lather up for pass 2 here. Get some more suds. While I do that, let's talk a little bit about the scent. So the scent doesn't actually have oak in it, although it says, what's the name of this fucking thing? Oak Ash Thorn. It doesn't actually have oak, and I've seen people talking a little bit about the oak being the woody accord, but it is not the woody part of the scent. Actually, the black hemlock is what's giving the woody accord to this one, as well as the guaiac wood. But the guaiac wood is more so giving it that sweet, dark, smoky characteristic. And I will say, to my nose anyways, it has a fair bit, little chunk of soap that I didn't work in. To my nose, it does have a fair bit of that smoky character. So I know some people, they're real skittish around smoke scents. And, a little bit of smoke does go a long way. So I do have a little bit of understanding for that. I would say this one might have too much smoky characteristics for those people. Just being honest, it might be a little bit too smoky for those people. But then it also has like this, the berries, the sweet berries. They're not super prominent, but I think they do just enough to keep it from being overbearing. I would classify this as kind of a darker, warmer scent, which kind of makes sense. His inspiration that he used multiple times, or he mentioned multiple times, was an old wooden ship with tar-filled, seawater-soaked wood boards, and pulling into a undiscovered new land with wild berries. And so you could kind of understand with the description of the old wood ship how it would be a little bit on the darker side, especially with the description of the tar-filled wood planks. But it's actually a very unique fragrance in my collection. And it's bold and banging. Like, seriously, like 7 or 8 out of 10. This fragrance is not pussyfooting around. It is there to be enjoyed. With that said, I think this one is more of a casual banger, opposed to being like a work fragrance or a date night fragrance. I'd say this one's more for casual enjoyment. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wear it around the house or wear it when you're running errands. Or you wear it whenever you want to wear it, but that's when I see this being most appropriate. Very nice, man. That's good there. That's BBS there. So the berries, the Valspice also adds kind of a sweet, smoky character as well. The guaiac wood, dark smoky, and then the hemlock is what the woody, the more pure woody element is. There's no actual oak. So just throwing that out there, clear up some confusion. Some of these fellas might have, definitely not trying to come across as a know-it-all. I actually got that info from Austin, and so I figured since I had the info at my disposal, I might as well share it with you guys. I always got to kind of buff right there at that little swirl of hair I got, spiral that goes in all directions right there on the Adam's apple. I see I took the head off of a blemish, but other than that one red spot, we got away with a very, very nice shave. Took down 4 or 5 days worth of growth. So if you for those of you who consider the G-Bar to be a mild razor, it took down 5 days growth, no problem. I think it's medium efficiency though, in my opinion. Ton of hair in that bowl of water down there. I know I know some people get a little bit grossed out by that, but I just got out of the shower. My face is clean. I literally covered my face in soap. And although, shaving soap is used for shaving and not for washing your hands or washing your face, all soap is cleansing. So, it's still soap, one way or the other. So, I don't really see nothing gross about it. I'm about to wipe it off literally seconds afterwards with my Lancaster Razor Works towel. So, today's shave, very enjoyable. We got the job done. It's good to be back. I'm pretty positive I gave you guys heads up I was going to go hunting. I didn't really have a bunch of content in the tuck or the internet reception to even upload videos. So, sorry for my absence, but I'm back now. Hunting is over for the most part. Still got to go back up next weekend and finish breaking down and clearing up camp. But that'll be a shorter trip, so let's get the majority of this lather out of the beard, then we'll move on to the aftershave. If you watched my my unboxing video, you'll know what's coming next when it comes to this aftershave. Alright, let's give it a good shake. Incorporate all those ingredients. We got witch hazel, glycerin, candula oil, berry floor, valspice, guaiac wood, black hemlock. Okay. So you can see that there in the red. I feel like the aftershave is a little bit more convoluted design-wise than the soap canister, but it is what it is. All the necessary info is there. Now this is where the egregious mistake was made. Look at that. There is no restrictor of any sort right there. I mean, beautiful green bottle, but no restrictor. This is what we call like the king of shit strictors right here. No restrictor. So let's pour it out of the backside where the label isn't as prominent. Let's cover as much of that opening with our thumb as we possibly can. Get a good grip on it, and then just let a little bit out like that. That's gonna be the way that you're gonna have to do it unless you have like a little syringe or dropper. And it smells even better in the aftershave, which most of the time is what is expected. Aftershaves usually smell better than shaving soaps just because they're a better platform for the fragrance to thrive, and it's more realistic nature. Oh yeah. And this one kind of has a little bit of a heavy feel to it, but I have used it before, and once it soaks into the skin, which doesn't take long, it's going to leave your skin feeling great. So don't let that bother you. Don't let that turn you off. Once it soaks in, it's going to feel great. But we need a fucking better restrictor on this. Love you, Austin. Just keeping it real. Alright, guys. That was my shave, and it was a damn good one. It's good to be back. I appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.